hi there to all our viewers at home, but more especially the kids here right in front of me. What makes today special is at Thol'thuba Athletics, and this is our 4th episode, we'll be talking to none other than Kagiso Madisha. Thank you. Now, Kagiso Madisha is not known because of what he does on the field only. This is where he grew up. This was where it all began. I'm grateful that we are here because the stars of today are talking to the stars of tomorrow. Welcome to the show. Take a seat. Thanks for making time and coming to the show, man. It really means a lot to us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you guys for inviting me also.
Yeah, for those that do not know, Kagiso Madisha is currently playing in the MDC team of Orlando Pirates, and that is where he grew up playing football, possibly at the brink of breaking it into first team. So I can imagine how excited these boys are looking at you and thinking that is actually quite possible. But before you became the star, it started somewhere. I want to know how it started.
Okay. As a 5-year-old boy, growing up, obviously, I was a boy who was very family orientated. So my family is all about soccer. My dad, my uncles, and just everyone is into soccer. So I think that rubbed off on me also. So I think I just took the chance to just go in also, like be fully involved. And I think it just made me avoid a lot of things, you know, growing up in Soweto, it's tough. It's tough. So you have to get like something called a distraction in a way. Yeah. So I think I used soccer as one. So yeah, that's how it started. Like I just wanted something to remove me from the streets of Soweto, just to like say, okay, maybe I might have a future in this. And that's what it actually did. Look at me today. Yes, I'd never have time for family and friends, but I think it was a good one because I travel a lot now. I've seen a lot of places, and I've avoided things such as drugs, you know. So yeah, I think it was quite a good choice for me.
So what started out as just a mere distraction and someone put you in this position now? I like how you speak about the fact that you don't spend as much time with family. Through that development phase, I'm assuming you came through many coaches, many teams. Are there any specific coaches or any roles, figures in your development phase that you want to point out and say that the roles they played in your career?
I didn't really go for a lot of teams. I think I can just say I played for the only team for like 14 years now, which I started like when I was 7 and played for one team locally, which was Young Stars. That's where I saw that I actually had the talent, but I just needed a person to just polish me, to roughen me up, you know, to be the person I am today. Obviously, you need to start somewhere as a person. So I can just say I had a coach by Coach Msocha and Umshini in Soweto, Young Stars. They're still there. I still communicate with them today. They're happy to see the person that I am today. They're proud, and it makes me proud also. I can say there's Professor Augusto Palacios, who's been a father figure to me, who gave me the chance to be the person I am today and believed in me when I can't say when no one believed in me, but at that moment he was the only person who can believe in me. And last but not least, I'm sure a lot of people can say this. I'll say my dad. That guy has been a pillar of strength in my life. Without that guy, I doubt I'd be here. So I think he's one of the person I can call my life coach. He didn't only teach me about life as life, but he taught me about things I might meet on the way as I'm growing up. And I think it was easy for me growing up because I can think of, oh, my dad taught me about this. So this is how I tackle this situation, you know. So yeah, I think those people are very important in my life, and I'm glad I still have them today in my life. And yeah,
I love how you brought up the importance of your father, the role he played in your career. Funny enough, earlier on today I heard a story about how you were in this very same school, on this very same field, and there's a particular teacher in this school who benched you during a match, and your father came forward to vouch for you and get you on the pitch. Despite him being there for you, I know there are certain challenges that you might have faced. What do you think those challenges were?
I think as a kid, what you want to do is spend time with your friends most of the time, obviously. Spend time with your family most of the time. And your mind is not juggled up to the point where you have that mentality of the or losing or winning mentality. So I was the type that whenever I lost a match, I think I wouldn't just talk to anyone. I can't talk to anyone till today. I just can't. So it was something that I needed to challenge myself to deal with, which I can't, because I had this thing. I'm always a winner. I'm obsessed with winning. So losing for me is like, I'm good enough for that, but why am I doing that? Why am I going through that? As a team, I'll be like, okay, I'll check, obviously. Okay, who were you playing against? There's some matches whereby you like, but that match is like, So I think I was channeled in a way that I can't take losing. So the first challenge was that, in a way, I didn't have a childhood life. I didn't get to play with other kids. I didn't get to, I was at school from, maybe I'd leave home at 5, get home at like 5 a.m. in the morning, because Soweto and coming here it's a distance. So I'd leave home at like 5, get here at like 7. 7, you leave school at like 2. 2, I'm going to training straight, which starts at 4. 4, I leave at 6, get home at like 7 or 8. My day is done. That's Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, same day. Saturday, in the morning, wake up, go play a match. Come back at like 2. For me, my day is done. I can't really do anything. I'm still young. I don't really have time. I have a curfew, so I have to be home at like 5. So 3 hours of going to spend with my friends was never enough. So I think growing up, that was a challenge I faced, that I couldn't enjoy my childhood life. I couldn't. I just couldn't. So yeah, but I think it was worth it. Looking at my life now, it was worth it. And yeah, I appreciate that.
Listen, man, from what I get from what you're saying is you somewhat demand a lot from yourself. Which as an athlete, you need to have that competitive spirit. You need to require more from yourself. Everyone wants to play for Orlando Pirates, but the question is, does everyone have what it takes? You know? The pressures that come with putting on the jersey, going out to play. Can you somewhat break down the pressures? And those pressures need to come with coping mechanisms. What do you do to cope?
Okay, for obviously, I can't really say not everyone can make it to the team, obviously, because I'm one person who many people never thought that I'll get there, but here I am today. So it's never impossible for me. That's how I think. It's never impossible. If you're passionate about what you're doing, if you're goal driven, if you know what you want in life, I think you can just make it. You can just make it there, you know. And again, my coping mechanisms, depending on what's happening. So I'll just give you like before a match. So before a match, believe it or not, I think I told you this earlier on. I can't go before a match without talking to my dad. So my dad calls me, and it's something I just picked up like lately. So I started playing for the reserve team, I think 2018, and my first game he called me. He was like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, "I'm fine." Why? He's like, "Do you understand that this is a different stage?" You know. Since then, he calls me, "Are you ready?" "Yes, I'm ready." "Are you sure?" He'd tell me before a game, if I'm not ready, he'll say, "You're not ready." I'll be like, "You don't know what you're talking about," until I go on the pitch and then I actually maybe underperform than what I'm expected. So I think my dad is a person who can calm me down before a match, and he's one of my preparations before a match. And also, I listen to music a lot, so I like listening to Lil Baby. Well, that's music like I can hype myself to, you know. And then again, I can watch like my old videos. Like I usually take videos of myself, maybe dribbling past a player, maybe scoring a goal, maybe like celebrating after that. Those are the small things that just tune me into to go fully in a match. And in our team, we were taught something that's called visualization. So what visualization is that you actually see yourself doing something before you actually do it. So if I know that I'm playing against Chiefs, I can just think of any Chiefs player and be like, this is how I'm going to dribble that person. This is how I'm going to score. This is how I'm going to celebrate after scoring my goal. Yeah. Which functions in your mind already, and coming into a match, you already come down, because now you understand that that's what I want to do and that's what I'm gonna do. So once you've done it in the match, you're not surprised that I did that. You actually thought about it before. So that's what I was taught by one of our coaches there. So it's actually helping me. And sometimes I find myself while walking, I start running because I'm actually visualizing tomorrow's game. Like it's something I picked up. Like I can be like walking, and then maybe thinking about the game, and then in my mind like I'm pushing the ball, and I actually start running on my own, and then only there be like, no man, what's happening? You know. So it's the small things that help you function for a game. You know. So I think those are the ones that have worked for me. I'm not sure, but everyone has their own way of, the coping before a game.
Yeah, man, that's quite interesting. What I take from that is that you somewhat know yourself and you know what it takes. I mean, like you're playing in that league, looking at yourself and how you've come up in the footballing space. What do you think are your 3 strengths on the field?
On the field?
Yeah.
I'm quite pacey. That's one thing for sure. Quite creative also. I can just do something I never thought of doing also, but I'm doing it in that space. So, and I'm quite versatile. Versatile meaning that put me anywhere, I'll do the job for you. Yeah. So that's what modern soccer needs. Needs a versatile player. You can't just say you're a left back and that's your only position. Some teams can say, no, for us, you might make it good centre back. And I feel like you have to do it. I've played centre back. I went to Pakistan Boys, played centre back. As short as I am, there was a tournament we played, and everyone was shocked that this short boy can play centre back. How? I think out of 4 games we conceded 1 goal, which was a penalty. And then I played as a right back. I still play as a right back even today. Play as a right wing, left wing. Play as an attacking midfielder also. So I think there's a lot I know, but there's a lot I can still learn. I think football is about learning all the time. So you can never say you've learned everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the 3 things that I think have helped me get this far.
Speaking about learning, from the outside, if there's one thing I've always struggled to understand about football players is how they deal with things like injuries and not making it into a starting 11, because everyone wants to play, and when you're injured it's quite frustrating looking from outside and people doing what you love to do, and when your coach doesn't pick you, it's quite frustrating too. Have you been in those situations, and mentally what does it take for you to move past that?
I've been actually. There was a time where my season was out, like I wasn't playing at all. Well, not because maybe injuries or anything, but it was a thing of the coach wasn't even, because we had, you need to understand, you can play against players who are better than you. You need to understand that. How you push yourself to be best is the key here. So what I'm saying is, what are you doing that's going to help you be better than that person who's playing? So one thing I've been taught is that once you're on the bench, you need to look at what's happening in the field, so that once you get your chance in the field, because now you've seen the mistakes they're making or the weaknesses the opposition has, you need to use that for your advantage. So what I'm saying is, that person is playing, right? What is he doing that's special that you don't do, or that's making him better than you? So maybe that person is good with scoring goals. Okay, he scores goals, sharp. I don't score goals. Okay, so why don't I just go after training and be like, let me try. Let me just try. You know how effort is a lot these days. Like a coach can see, okay, this person is out, but like he's putting in the effort to play. Those are the smallest things that push a player to become the best player. So I mean, I've been there, I've been destroyed, went to cry to my dad and be like, I'm not playing. Like I did when I was here at school. He tried to, but growing up, he just had to pull out. He knew that I'm getting older each day, so he just has to pull out. I'm no longer the boy I was. So now it's up to me how my mental state is. Will I just sit down and watch him play, or will I train harder to get to his level and then get my chance and then, you know? But you just have to be patient about it. You just have to keep working. You can't do anything about it, so.
As we're shooting Naval Boys, I hope you boys can take your chance, this opportunity, and ask this brilliant young man any question you want to ask him regarding his career. Feel free, guys, don't be nervous, don't be shy. You can ask any question.
No, you can ask. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy, ask questions.
Don't be shy. Anything.
How was it when you started playing soccer?
Wait, when? When I started when I was 7, or when I started maybe playing for the reserve team?
I started playing for the reserve team.
Playing for the reserve team? Okay, let me not even lie. The girls are gonna see me now. You know, it was about the girls, obviously. No, but guys, you were young at that time, mindset, you know. So I understood that my family, the girls are gonna see me, my family, everyone. So I can't disappoint. My first game was live. It was live. It was a live game. So I listened to myself talking. I was like, I can't disappoint. I can't disappoint. I can't describe how having that Pirates jersey on, you know, it's something else. It's out of this world. I'm sure like anyone who wears a Pirates jersey, even if they're not playing for it, it means something to you, you know. So I think playing means more. You just want to die for the team, you know. Just want to do a lot. You just want to win. But yeah, it was the best feeling ever. I won't lie to you.
You have a question there?
So you're telling me your father and the girls motivated you to play football?
No, the girls didn't motivate me. That's one of the first things that came about me playing my first game live. You know, that the girls are gonna see me. Trust you me, that's the first thing that comes to mind when you start playing live. You know, you think about on social media what's gonna happen. You know, like that's a boy who's growing up. You know, but as time goes, you understand that the team, and then your friends can come after. And I'm not talking about friends. I'm not talking about girls when I say friends. Friends who actually were there when you were nothing. I still have a friend who, when I was down and out, no one thought that I'm gonna play for Pirates. He's still there today. He's my best friend today. He actually sent me a good luck message. I'm not sure for what today, because I told him about this. So he was like, good luck for today. I was like, that's a friend you need in life. Because there's friends who will appear when you have the money, and when you're out there, that's when you get a lot of friends. You know? You get me? Yeah. Sure.
Question in the back?
So I was asking, like, as a soccer player, like, how do you think you've accomplished what you've done, or you feel like you still have more to put on the table?
I like to say life is like money. You know why I say that? How much do you have today? No, like now, how much do you have now? You wish you had 20 rand, right? Once you have 20 rands, what are you going to say?
I have the money to spend on.
Okay, but wouldn't you want more? Exactly. So that's why I say life is like money. Once you have that 100 rand, you're going to say, nah, I want 1,000. Once you have that 1,000, nah, I want 1,000,000. How? Once you have that 1,000,000, nah, I want 1,000,000,000. Life is evolving each time, basically. So you always want more for yourself. What I say to myself is that I never settle for less. Okay, let me first say the dream that I have is I want to play Europe. I can play in the US, I can play in China, I can play anywhere. As long as I go out and challenge myself with different other people, you know? So, yeah.
Question over here?
What would you do without soccer?
What did I do?
Yeah,
I think I was more of, before I played soccer, I was an athlete. I used to go running cross country, athletics, you know, I'm quite fast. So that would have been a second option, I guess. And then in high school, I picked up a talent that I never knew I had, which was dramatic arts. So I used to act in my high school. So I was quite good at that also. It was a first time thing, but I caught on. But I think my life is centered around soccer. Not soccer, I mean sports. So I told myself that if it doesn't happen that I play soccer, I want to study your sports law, your sports analysis, your sports science, you know, because you can't do something if you're not happy. So I think this is what would make me happy. But only life can lead me to wherever it wants to lead me. But if I had to choose, I had to go for anything that has sports inside.
Any other questions? Aware?
So just like you said, life is like money. What team do you want to get to?
What team do I want to get to? Obviously, everyone wants to play for teams they support, right? So I'm a big fan of Barca. I'm a big fan of Chelsea. I'm a big fan of Pirates. Those are my big three teams. So, so I think you know where I'd love to see myself now. No, any of those three teams. Any of those three teams.
So what do you do when your soccer career is done?
Soccer career is done. Like I said, you never get old to study. So I'd take my chance to go study. Like I finished my matric 2018, and then I tried UJ last year. I couldn't finish because of my schedules with soccer. So one thing I know is that you can never get old for school.
I've got a few questions. Okay,
Yeah.
help yourself.
For you playing soccer, was it genuinely for money or just your passion?
No, it was my passion from the get-go. Because if it was for money, I maybe I would have stopped playing soccer, because I didn't start earning at an early age. I only started earning, I'm sure, 17 years, 18 years. So it's always been the passion for me.
Can I take my two last questions?
How did you feel after losing to Swallows 3-2?
It's a personal question.
That's a personal question. That's a personal question. Obviously, I've locked myself at home for the whole weekend. So it was a sad loss, but we played a good team. That I can give them. I can give them the credit. They won because they had to win.
I also got a few questions from behind the scenes guys. They're not wearing school uniform, so they couldn't pick up their hands. What was your best moment at Orlando Pirates? Most memorable moment?
I think it was traveling to England and scoring my first reserve team goal. I think those are the two. Yeah.
Okay. Who are the most talented players that you played with at school level? Do you still remember them?
Nah, school level isn't like primary.
Yeah, probably could even include.
Okay, I think I can include Moses and Kagiso Madisha.
And that's the Yeovil boys.
That's Yeovil boys, yeah. That's Yeovil boys. Yeah, that too.
Okay. What does your day look like as a pro footballer? What happens?
On a normal day or day like when I have training or match?
Now, let's say training on a regular day.
Training, because we train at like 10. So wake up, bath, training at 10, 12, we done. On my way home, I relax the whole day. I don't do anything after training.
What I've noticed also is that your life is somewhat very demanding, and that compromises on your relationships with family and friends and all of that. Are you comfortable with that? Have you learned how to deal with that? And have your friends and family also learned how to accept it? You're not always available.
Yeah, I think because of it's been something that's been happening for the longest time. I think my friends got to understand the person that I am. So if I can come, I can come. If I can't, I can't. I have to understand that. No, our boy is hustling for his own future. So, but they've gotten to understand it also.
Yeah. And now that you're approaching like the peak of your career, things are getting serious. You can't turn a blind eye to that. What do you think are the factors that you look at before signing a contract? If a contract were to be put before you right now, what factors do you think would sway your decision?
That's a tough one, eh? But signing for a team, obviously you'd look at, I can't say the players you have around you, but obviously like what they offer, you know, the environment they're offering, you know. You need to ask the players before you sign that. No, how's the team, you know? How do you guys do certain stuff. Like there's certain stuff that you do. How do they treat you guys? You know, how is it? Is it fun? And are you guys happy? You can't go to a team whereby these players who are not happy. I think something else that you would look at is maybe team you might get like a Barcelona. A Barcelona and a Real Madrid, for example. Barcelona has been struggling with players, and you have a team like maybe Real Madrid. Okay, let me say Man City. Man City has a lot of quality. So are you willing to go to Man City where there's 50 players who are quality, but they're offering you 500,000, or are you gonna go to a team whereby there's a few players quality and you can be a key player in that team where they give you 200,000? So it depends on what you want. Do you want to play soccer or do you want the money most?
Okay, this is the part of the show I like to play a young game. I'm just gonna give you two options.
Young game.
Okay. Two options.
Okay.
Just choose one. Ronaldo or Messi?
We answered that. We answered that.
Manchester City or Manchester United?
I'll go with City.
Jose Mourinho or Pep Guardiola?
Pep. That's Pep. That's no doubt. No doubt.
Liverpool or Tottenham?
Liverpool.
Harry Kane or Aguero?
Choo, my gosh. My God. I'll give it to experience more than the future. I'll give it to Aguero. I'll give it to
Okay, now to move it to a national team side.
Oh my God.
Brazil or Spain?
Back then I'd give it to Spain, but now I'll give it to... No, but guys, I haven't answered that question. I said back then I would give it to Spain, but now Brazil takes it. Brazil takes it.
Okay, no, fair enough, I hear you. Portugal or Argentina?
Portugal. No, they have a quality team, no doubt. Yeah.
France or Germany?
France.
The last one is going to be easy, but I need to hear you say it because I want to hear the reaction. Pirates or Chiefs?
Pirates.
Thank you so much for everyone that is here doing this with us, and to those that are viewing at home. This is Thol'thuba Athletics. Kagiso, do you have any message for the people that are watching, for the kids in front of you?
Now, all I can say, guys, is don't let people judge you. Don't let people, I don't know what to say, but don't let people drive you to somewhere you know you can never get to. So basically, don't let people make you feel worthless or valuable. So if you feel that you can get to higher places than I've gotten to, then why not? I can't tell you that you can't. So, but you're gonna meet those people in life, obviously. So it's about how you deal with that, and yeah, I think that's all I can say right now.
Thank you for those that are watching there at home. To the kids that are here at the school, this means a lot. You little boys, it felt so good to be back.
Very good.
We are now grown men, and we're looking at you and we're hoping that tomorrow you guys can be the stars. Tomorrow you guys can do this for the kids that are going to be at the school.
Tomorrow you can be here.
Exactly. From us to the Thol'thuba Athletics, me, Raymond Bhusesi, we thank you for watching.